He's Nick, I'm Matt, and we're Insuphishient. And today we have a special guest, Elisa Allechant.
Hi, everyone.
How are ya?
Hi, nice to see you guys.
Nice to see you too. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, this is wild. In the 700 episodes that Matt and I have recorded, I've never been nervous to have anyone on or anything. I'm like over here sweating. So this is great. True honor. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm glad to know that I have that kind of effect on someone to make you sweat.
Sweating. Palms are sweating. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And then really quickly the music cuts out because I don't have a fade. So
he doesn't know how to fade.
It's over.
Like, it's so low budget, so we
I've
just
tried to fade.
Right off.
It's very black and white. It's okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. So when you're recording, are you doing all of your levels, or do you have somebody producing all of this like with you at the same time?
I am doing my levels.
Okay.
The software that we use keeps track of, I can watch my levels on that. And then when my audio is uploaded to SiriusXM, there's also additional automatic stuff that happens,
Sure.
magic that happens there before it comes out onto your radio. And I just luckily happen to have a voice print that works really well with that.
It does.
Yeah, so Matt and I we've been friends forever, and we listened to Phish Radio since it came out. And he and I were talking. We remember right before you came on, there was all of this buildup that they were bringing somebody new in, and we were very excited. And then at one point before your introduction, I felt like this is really built up. This is going to be, hard to live up to. But you've done a great job, and you've exceeded expectation in, was it 5 years now?
Hit 5 years today, as a matter of fact.
Congratulations.
Hey,
congratulations.
Nick, do you have the music? Happy birthday.
Happy Phish Radio birthday.
Yeah, happy Phish
Thank
Radio birthday.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Never
great.
again can I hit it that quickly, but I was ready.
So usually what happens is like when we celebrate somebody's birthday, he's got that already ready. But so for the band, when it's the band member's birthday, he does it for like the week.
I do it for a whole week.
Yeah, he does it for the whole week.
You can extend your birthday. I mean,
it's like a week long.
I'm one of those people.
Like yeah, okay.
Exactly. Well, that's really great. So, so many things to go back in time and ask you about. I think we'll go back to, we read somewhere that you were at a party or someone's house and you heard Junta.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Contact. That's what stuck out to me. They played.
It was Contact?
It was Contact.
Okay, Matt
for
has
sure.
an actual question, which was...
It really was, to be honest, was it Contact or Fee that got you hooked?
It was Contact, but Fee soon after, like that.
Okay.
I remember like Contact stuck in my head like an earworm, and I kept singing it at home. And I went into, oh God, I can't remember the name of the record store, like Jelly something. And sang it to my friend who worked there, and he was like, "Oh, that's Phish. You're gonna love them."
Yeah.
And he was right. I totally did. I ended up buying everything they had available. I think I did it through BMG though. You ordered a bunch of stuff. I got all their stuff there. And then I didn't really realize the whole live music thing until they came to SPAC in '94. So it was like a full year of listening to their studio albums, not realizing that there's this magical thing happening of live shows and people passing them around. Didn't occur to me. So I was really excited my first show. Like, what is this magic?
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. I mean, such a great time. So I think Nick and you were kind of getting in at the same time. Nick's first show was in '93.
Yeah.
And I didn't come on. So I'm a little bit younger, but I didn't come on till 2.0. So I was getting into them during the hiatus. And then I got to see my first show at Worcester Centrum. And this is when they were selling, you could get tickets to floor. So I was able to get my girlfriend at the time got me center, like third row center.
Did
you marry her?
No, I married someone way better.
Yeah. And
awesome. I can't wait to meet her.
Actually, his wife is responsible for his return to Phish. He took a hiatus, and then she bought him Baker's Dozen tickets, which I'm still jealous that I didn't go to.
That's a funky bitch for you.
Oh, it totally was. And so, and here's the crazy thing. She didn't like Phish at all. She doesn't really care for Phish. Now she's starting to get into it. I actually think she likes the newer stuff now. When she heard what's going through I know. When she heard what's going through your mind, especially the New Year's version, I was playing it for her because we were blown away by what was
did
going
you think
on.
Of that? Like
I bounce to it twice a week on my trampoline. I love it. I think without going into it too much, some of the drops could have been a lot sharper. There were some times where I'm just like, would you please drop it a little harder?
Okay, I get it.
But that segue into Chalk Dust was just
wasn't that
every
nuts?
time I hear it, I like explode. My mom lives with us, and she knows now that like if I'm exclaiming on the trampoline, it's that one moment when it drops into Chalk Dust.
It's so seamless.
Yeah,
like I was
sublime.
listening to it. I know, and every time it goes into it, and I was showing my wife, and she's like listening to. She's like, "What is happening right now?" She's like, "Am I really loving this song?" I was like, "You are,
you are."
And she's so angry about it, and now she listens to it all the time. But that segue, I just listened to it so many times over and over again. I'm like, this was really well thought out. Like the way it comes out so smoothly. And I'm not sure, I've tried it because I'm a drummer, so I'm not sure what Fishman was doing, because some of it is definitely not him. There's like some overdubbing going on, but it just worked so well. And I'm happy it kind of got my wife into it. So
I wish there was a like a Fishman feed on the live Phish webcast where you could just watch what he's doing the whole time.
Oh my God.
I would.
Yeah.
I would. Even Trey would. I think he said in an interview.
Put it in front of Trey, and he would watch it while he's on stage.
He's like just looking at it, just looking at Fishman. He's like,
he's been sharing the Fishman love all month, man.
I love it. It's so good.
It's awesome. Were you at all disappointed in Mexico when they played What's Going Through Your Mind again, and it didn't take that turn?
I mean, I would have liked to have seen some more of that in Mexico.
Yeah,
I was definitely stumped by the way they worded the Mexico website. Said something about there would be an additional set to complement the welcome set that night, and I was like, oh, additional set, what's that going to be? Is that special? And all my friends were like, it's just going to be 2 sets, Elisa, and I was like, we'll see, and then. And then it was just 2 sets, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
Wait. So was it like a joke? Were they trying to like mess with people a little bit?
Maybe, or who knows? But you read everything, and then it could, they're jokesters.
You never know when there's 2, 3, or 4 meanings whenever they put anything out. So, which is the best part. Nice. Okay, so back to you. It's mid-90s. You've started buying studio albums. You've now seen your first show, and your second show was 10/31/94, 95.
I saw bits of that show. I was not in the whole show. So
the Halloween show.
Yeah.
See, so you weren't in the whole show. You just kind of came. I
was not in the whole show. I didn't have a ticket for it, so I just it's a hometown venue. So
gotcha.
Oh man,
yeah. You worked the concession stands a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
I listen to that show all the time because it's probably some of my favorite versions, at least of While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Like that is just such an epic version of that song, and Trey is just so living in that moment when you watch him. You
can watch all of it on YouTube. Like
I do watch all of it on YouTube. I do watch all of it.
I count my second show technically as 11/3 on 94 at UMass. I was at that whole show.
Yes.
You were there?
I was at that whole show, yeah.
Nick, were you there?
I was. I drove Route 9 all the way back from way out there. That was, thumbs up. That's why on the show sometimes we talk about like why I love a song and I can't remember why. That show, Split Open and Melt, is why to this day I hear that drum beat intro and I'm like, yes. And I just get so excited.
So were you part of the Funky Bitches? Is that what I hear? Like that was something that you were doing back in the 90s? Was that, were you
I'm
part
not
of that?
part of the original crew. Like I didn't found it. That's Tara Fowler and Emmy Bradbury and some really wonderful humans. But I did start in I joined them in 98. I was really interested. I was moving out to California. And I wanted to make friends with more Phish people and, kind of find my way around out here based on friends through Phish. and that, like, all I did was I used like Google or whatever it was, but asked Jeeves back then, and typed in
Jeeves.
Hey,
Phish
Jeeves.
and women, like, and that's it. And that's what I came up with, was the Funky Bitches. And I joined the listserv, and I made so many amazing friends. And
that's
then
crazy.
Later it became a Facebook group too. So it just kind of grew from there. And it's always been such a loving community. Of course they do the bathroom bags where they leave supplies and stuff for the ladies. But it was, in the beginning, it was kind of set up to help women find safe rides and safe places to stay. Because
that's
it is
great.
a very dude-centric, especially in the beginning, it was a very dude-centric scene.
It still is pretty dude-centric. I'm looking at our analytics on I'm like 97% men. What's going on here?
Yeah,
it's like at least the ones that are following us. And so I think it's only like 7% women actually follow us, but it could just be us. I don't know.
No, I noticed it too. I try to say there's a lot more women in scene, and there are some links at the bathrooms.
Yeah,
but it's still my followers on social media and everything is dudes our age.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. So I'm trying to think. As far as like what's coming up next, I know that we want to touch on this a little bit for spring tour. Which I'm super excited about. So you're gonna be at those shows.
I wore my spring tour last time shirt in honor spring tour 23.
Excellent.
Yeah, good times, man. Good times.
So you'll be at all those shows?
I will. I am lucky enough to be able to take the week and go, and I can take my Sirius XM on the road with me, so I have the right equipment to be able to travel with it.
Oh, that's awesome. So
are they going to broadcast any of the shows? Do you know of?
I don't know at this point, and that will be. They'll announce it. If it is going to happen, they'll announce it probably a week beforehand.
It is great that the next day, I think it's at the 12 o'clock.
Always
hour.
The next day playback.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I love
Eastern.
that because like I'll see the show, and then between shows when I've got nothing to do, I can listen to the show that was the night before, and it's great. For some reason I want it live, and then I want to hear it again and again. And
see, my go-to
I love
is
hearing the playback with the general.
My go-to is like the re-listen app. I've had that forever. And I've been, and then at first it was Phish right? And I had that forever, the Phish app, and I listened to that forever because like I'm okay with not hearing the best qualities. It's good enough for me, and so and they have almost every show on there. So I've had that forever.
Just got an update too. That was really they've been putting a lot of work into it. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. So kind of what's, I know that they're going to be kind of doing these shows. Is it to raise money for the fires that happen in California?
I don't know all the details about it, but I do know that that proceeds are going to benefit the LA recovery efforts. And I know that they're doing a lot of other things that tie into that as well. The raffle that's happening through the fan website that the Water Wheel is doing. Water Wheel's helping out as well. There's just a lot of the release that just happened is going towards those relief efforts as well. But I don't personally know specifically what organizations are going to be benefited.
Okay. I did see, and we do have like 500 tickets for a signed Trey guitar that is being given away, and I really hope
you're gonna get it,
that we win that. Yeah, and it'll replace my Jimmy Buffett album, which is my second
Jimmy Buffett album.
It's my second favorite XM radio channel. Number one is Phish, and then number two is Jimmy. I don't know why.
You're a parrot head too, yeah, right on.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so before we do a couple of segments with you, we started talking about your journey into
Phish.
Radio. Yeah, thank you. So how did that go? Like, how did you become a DJ on one of the coolest radio stations out there?
I have been doing voiceover. I went to broadcasting school, and I've been doing voiceover and a little bit of radio, local radio here and there, especially many years ago. I have been doing a lot more voiceover and narration, like industrials and not corporate stuff. No huge companies. Although once for Honey Baked Ham, that was fun.
Is that your voice that does the honey baked ham stuff?
It
that,
was
like,
for in 2011 and in 2012. That was me for Easter, Christmas, and Thanksgiving.
God, I like a good honey baked ham.
Dude, they have one down the road from me.
I know. I've seen them.
It's not. I mean, I'm not complaining.
My girlfriend, Barbie, posted on Facebook. She was like, Phish radio people, we need to hear women. We need to hear some more women voices on there. It's too many dudes. And I was like, oh, that's my dream job. And then Ari, he was the program director at the time, Ari Fink, and he reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to audition? Send me your demo. So I did. And then it was probably took another 5 months. I had to do 3 different rounds of auditions.
Wow.
There were other people, other really qualified, talented women in consideration. And I found out right before Mexico at the end of February in 2020 that I'd gotten the gig. And then, of course, the pandemic hit. And so it kind of felt really like it was really important because it was really one of important. It felt like that I had a big responsibility to spread love and like help people stay feeling connected. Especially when the band felt that was their job. Like I can't speak for them, but like it felt like the band felt that that's what they really needed to do. So I feel really lucky and grateful that I could be there in that moment. So
we're super really grateful to have you there because it's just such a good voice. Yeah, it's like what you do on there is fantastic, and I love all of the shows that you've picked out. And I think actually I connected with you during the dinner in the movie when they were doing that. And I wanted more like, because I was like, where are the older stuff? Like, where's the old stuff? And you were like, well, they got to put it all together. It takes time. I was like, but I'll take anything. And I'll still watch even the bad recordings. I don't care. I'll watch them all. I watch them all. I don't care at all.
We need to make a dinner and a movie cookbook with some pictures from the shows and stories from fans of like when they made it, pictures of what the fans making it. All that stuff exists. We need to make a cookbook.
Okay, that really meant so much just because it connected you with your favorite band and then one of the greatest community of people out there. And one of our ongoing jokes is tuna fish sandwich because Paige was like, you guys should make a tuna fish sandwich. And it was just so funny compared to what everybody else had put.
I love the tuna fish sandwich.
I had one for lunch.
And I bet he makes a mean tuna fish sandwich.
I'm going to find out.
For me, Paige is sort of like, he's like everybody's dad, in my opinion. Like, I feel like he's a good dad. He's holding down the fort. He's the one going to like Lowe's and stuff and like getting everybody's tuna fish sandwich together. So funny story. I live in Massachusetts and I live near Groton, Mass. I don't know if you know Mass at all. But
east or west?
Yeah. So it's like, what is it? Northeast.
Okay.
So I live near Groton and Paige went to high school at the Groton Academy, like in the town right next to me. And I didn't know until recently. I was like, oh, I had no idea. And it was like the town right next to me, which is weird. And then I grew up, and then Framingham, I lived in Framingham for a while and right next to Sudbury. And then I was like, oh, wait, Mike lived here. And we all grew up with Store 24. And we're like, that was like Mike's dad, which it all started to connect for me. I was like, this is becoming like a full circle. Yeah.
Meant to be fans.
we're all kind of from the same stomping grounds around there. So
are you from that area?
SPAC is one of Matt and I's favorite place to see Phish. It's great.
Yeah, I'm from Glens Falls, New York, the Adirondack foothills. Glens Falls Hospital. Yeah.
I love it.
So I lived in Manlius Fayetteville for a while growing up, upstate New York. So I was there for, I don't know, a good 7 years. So I know that area well.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Elisa,
I'm not a snow person. Oh, no, so
neither am I. What can we do about this? It's so cold, and it's April. I need warmth.
Why are you complaining?
That's
we haven't
why
had
I live
like
out
any
here
snow
in the sun in Cali. It's a lot
We've
easier
had
out here.
We've had like no snow this year. None.
Quiet.
It's becoming like the rainy season now. It's not even the snowy season. It's all rain now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did get out to Michigan this winter, and it was very snowy. So that was fun.
Yeah. Michigan's a nice place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's do Seven Below.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yeah, speaking of cold.
Exactly. So in this segment, we're just going to ask you 7 slightly stupid questions. And, there's no wrong answer. So the first one, I'll start, Matt.
Okay, fine.
Which member of the band would be your emergency contact?
Paige.
Yeah.
100%
That's what I said.
Paige. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Mike comes in number 2, but Paige is the overwhelming winner by most people. They agree.
You said Trey.
No, I didn't.
I think you said Trey.
I would put Trey at number 2 for sure.
Okay.
Okay. All right, good.
What about Fishman, though?
I'd put him in at 3rd for sure.
And Mike's last.
But he might be Fishman's got a lot of kids. He might be really busy.
That's a good point.
It's not that I don't love Mike. It's just he might be busy. He's got a lot going on, right?
He's got a ton going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question is, what's your favorite studio album? Like that you could listen to front to back, no skips.
Of Phish or of any?
Any, fine, yeah.
Of Phish, I would say it's Story of the Ghost.
That's excited.
Yeah. So we'll go with that. Because there's many times that I have had a long night of doing all kinds of different things as a young person, listening to that to come back down from it, and just like I just still can always connect to that album, turn it on and drive.
It's so solid.
Forget where I am. Yeah,
it's so solid.
Love it. Next question: what Phish song could you hear at every concert that you go to? And so the rules of this question are: you go to a show, you'll hear this song. If it's a 2-song show, this is going to be one of them.
More.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you want more.
I would like more at every single show. I think that's
a great song.
That song is a lot about gratitude, and I think that's a lot in live music, is that it is about gratitude. Like, we're really lucky to be able to experience that. So I just feel so much gratitude all the time. Like, even before I was in Phish Radio, coming to a Phish show just always felt like a place where you can kind of pray and commune and like feel the presence of the divine through music and vibration and through commune of people. So that more is really that to me. And I just recently read something about how more is actually like, it is I don't have it anymore, but it's actually the for the Divided Sky Recovery Program. It's like, it's the acronym for the method they use. And I was just reading about it earlier, but it's really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, and I wish I could remember what the acronym stands for, because it just like escaped me, of course, right when I'm trying to tell you guys.
I love the Divided Sky Foundation, hence the hat. But just being a recovering addict myself, it just means so much, and it's such a beautiful place. And the fact that he took the time to do it, and like that's the thing, is like I was on tour during that really rough time, and I took the break when they took the break for like 14 years, and so I didn't see them till Baker's Dozen. And then, but it's just, I think it means so much. But I love what you said about more. It's very deep. I don't think that deep about that stuff. That sucks.
There must be something more to this.
Since I first saw Phish, like they've always, since the very first time I saw them, surrender to the flow, like, and just like it is about love and about joy. And like, even when they were younger and it was harder for them to express those feelings in the same way, it's always been about being joyful and being with your friends and being grateful to be able to share that music. And shout out to Divided Sky Foundation. The May 15th or 17th is the fund run.
Yeah.
Yep.
And and you can do that virtually as well as in person. So you can do it from anywhere you want.
We're planning on going.
Yeah.
I think we were planning on going.
Go to Music on the Mountain that weekend. Oh, you're going to run it? Oh, sweet.
No, what? I wish. Maybe.
You're going
to run? Yeah, no.
I'm going to walk it fast. I'm not running it.
I'll look at people walking fast, and I'll think about doing that myself. So I think, what is it? Okay, what is the most underrated Phish song?
Oh.
It's a tough one. While you're thinking, I have a new one that I'm thinking, which is Winter Queen. I never hear it enough, and it's so good, and it's on so many levels. Just such a great song.
Mm-hmm. I would say like what comes fresh to my mind is just today is because people were talking about is petrichor. Like I hear a lot
Yes.
of people that complain about petrichor, and yes, I would love to hear it with a full orchestra every single time it's played. But
Okay.
sometimes you have to suspend reality and just hear the orchestra in your head, and like
Sure.
it's okay. I think petrichor is a little underrated, and I wouldn't mind hearing it.
I love that song. That's a
Yeah.
great song, and they just don't play it enough. Was it the last time? Was it Mexico? Did they play it at Mexico?
I don't remember. I'm not really good at remembering the statistics.
Yeah. Okay. We're not either. Hence the name of the podcast.
So one of our causes is same set reprise. So I love when they used to do same set reprise. I want it to come back. But the question is, besides Tweezer, what's another song that should have a reprise?
Reba, maybe? Yeah.
Reba reprise?
Reba reprise?
They come whistling back into it. Yeah.
The RR.
Yeah.
The RR, the Reba reprise. I love that.
I don't hate it, especially if it's the ending part right before Fishman just pulls the plug and we all come back to reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always thinks he pulls the plug too early.
Well, of course he does. That's the whole thing. Fishman's like, you guys are having too much fun. This is over. And then damn.
It can't go on forever.
It can't go on forever.
Yeah. So, okay, the next question, and this is the second to last question. What is your definition of a type 2?
Ooh.
You have to turn to your friend and go, wait, what song are we in?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Yeah. Wait, what?
No, that is. I took my buddy to his first show at Baker's Dozen, and I turned to him. I was like, "Do you know what song this is?" He's like, "I have no idea." And he's a musician. He's like, "I have no idea." It's like it's Chalk Dust, dude. And we're like 30 minutes in. That was a banging Chalk Dust too. Like he actually got to really experience that show because that Chalk Dust went on. That second set, I love that one.
Yeah, if I got to get on my phone and get on Phish.net to check what song we're in, then yeah.
Like, is this still theme from the bottom? What?
Wait, so my question, how did people keep track? I don't know if you know the answer. How did they keep track of all of the songs before they had all the technology today? Do you know how any of these guys kept track of it back in the day? Or?
I'm guessing Scott has always kept his notebook.
Physically writing it down.
Yeah.
I saw people doing that back in the day.
Running back to their rooms after the show to like, and upload it through AOL.
That's amazing.
AOL. Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. But like he had to keep track of, I think of the Roxy, I think it was night 2 and like all of the segues. I'm like, how did you figure this out? Like, how did you pay
the folks working at Phish.net are brilliant. They're like brilliant mathematician and musicians, which was very, I love it. In my mind, mathematician and musicians are very similar. It's all timing. And they're brilliant. Like these guys are some of the smartest people I've ever met. And they have such a deep appreciation for the music and for the organization of data. So
I love it. I get
that.
geeky about it. Like I remember when I first started getting on the net, I was like, "Ooh, I can like dive in and all this stuff." And Nick thinks he's like they are 100% running this thing. He thinks Phish runs the whole.
They run the thing.
No,
we don't have to talk about.
They don't.
The last question is: what is your favorite set opener?
Tweezer. Right?
Tweezer,
first and second.
Heck yeah! If they open something with a tweezer, I know they are gonna throw it the fuck down. Like, oh no, we're in for it.
So I mean, you're gonna hate my take on tweezer. I love tweezers.
Oh my god!
No, hang on. I have to say it. I thought they just needed to just shelve it for like just a season.
Thumbs down.
Bring it back. Bring it back, and maybe it'll go deeper, even deeper than it did before. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I've gotten a lot of flack for that one.
I try not to give flack. Everybody's got opinions. Yeah,
it's true.
I mean, you're entitled to it, but I just don't agree.
I know. It's okay. That's fine. I had to say it.
He's Matt.
Yeah.
I'm Nick. That's Elisa, and this was Insuphishient. And
the outro music.
Yeah, this is our outro. Yeah. We're still on. We smile. We dance.
We're still on.
It's like a reprise.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's show reprise.
Well, so we used to go out in Rhapsody in Blue, and I was like, dude, this is not working.
No, that was working.
No, it doesn't work. It's too slow.
Okay. We have to do it quickly.
I do like the ukulele.
Right?
4 random adjectives. Matt, I said it correctly.
Yeah.
First one is timber. Who's the band member? 1, 2, 3.
Mike.
Trey?
Mike,
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Reputation is the second word. 3, 2, 1.
Fishman.
Fish.
Yeah.
The third one is agree. And 3, 2, 1.
Page.
Yeah. And then that means glare is the last one.
Glare.
Oh.
Yeah. And so that would be Mike. Or I don't remember who I voted for.
You're right. It would have been Mike. But yeah, if I'd known what the 3 were, if they were ahead of time.
It's not fair.
These are good ones. It could have gotten really bad, by the way. Sometimes they're not great words.
They're all good words. There's no such thing as a bad word.
Listen, we really appreciate your time. We thank you so much.
You're the coolest.
It's great to be here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thanks again.